Hello, good morning, everyone. Very happy to see you Sunday morning, 7 a.m. at the study room. Very happy and welcome to the live virtual classes by the Board of Studies Academic. My name is Ch3 and we are doing Strategic Management, which is paper 6B for intermediate level. And this is chapter number 3, what we started yesterday. I welcome all of you once again. A very good morning to all of you who are wishing me in the chat. Very happy to see such an interaction in the morning. And I hope this energy continues throughout the next 2.5 hours. So, what's happening today? So, today we are going to do chapter number 3. We left at what is marketing? Okay. We left at the concept of marketing. And we start with marketing. We continue 3, 4, 5 topics today. And then we do a chapter number 1 assignment, which was uploaded. We discuss that today post 9 a.m. while I take your queries as well. We will discuss chapter number 1 assignment in depth. Okay. We'll practice that together. We will discuss that together. Any confusions, that's going to be interactive. So you can put your queries, unmute yourself, and we can do that together as well. Will be very fun. Will be a new thing for us also, and a new thing for you too. So before we go into the chapter, a quick energy check. I see a lot of you have already joined. Very happy. A quick energy check, my friend, is are we ready for chapter number 3? I want each one of you to be very active in chat. Give me a yes, thumbs up. Okay, let's go. And then we start with chapter number 3's concepts. Okay, awesome. I see a lot of responses already. Good, good, good. Very happy. Okay, quick question before we get into where we left. Quick revision, or maybe not revision, just a check-in of whether you remember what we were doing or not. What are the 4 pillars of strategic drivers? So what are the 4 strategic drivers of internal organization? What are the 4 strategic drivers we were talking about? Give me all names of all the 4 strategic drivers of decision making. Very quick, 4 strategic drivers. Name all of them for me. Type in your answers. 4 strategic drivers. Very nice. I see a couple of answers coming in. All of the answers are right. Industry and markets, products and services, channels, and customers. Industry, customer, product, service, channels. The 4 strategic drivers. Okay. Quick question again. Check-in, random check-in. I have high power but low interest in your business. Where will you categorize me as per Mendelow's matrix? I have high power but very low interest in your business. Where will you categorize me in Mendelow's matrix? You will keep me satisfied. Okay. I get an answer that you will keep me satisfied. What else? Keep satisfied हो गया अपने पास. Okay. High power, low interest. Okay. Now what happens is suddenly, I invested a lot of money in your business. Now I am high power, high interest. Where will you now categorize me? Where will you now categorize me? Okay, very nice. Everybody says I'll become a key player to your business. Okay. Good. I'll become a key player from a keep satisfied. Big question again. What are the 2 parameters you use for strategic group mapping? What are the 2 parameters you use for strategic group mapping? Anshu, question again. Which are the 2 parameters you use for strategic group mapping? Okay, Prem, what's your answer? That's the right answer. Okay, Shruti, do you want to rethink your answer? Okay, Almas, you want to rethink your answer? Reputation and range of products was an example. For strategic group mapping, you can use any two parameters of your choice. There is no rule, there is no set in stone parameter for strategic group mapping. Which two parameters can you use for strategic group mapping? Any two parameters of your choice. Reputation and range of product was just an example. Are we clear? Strategic group mapping hota kya hai? You remember the chart with bubbles. The size of the bubble is the business, and the left and the right are two parameters based on which you figure out your real competition. That is strategic group mapping. And you can choose any two parameters. You can choose any two parameters. Reputation and range was just an example. Okay, very nice. Quick question again. I based my strategy on a particular assumption. That assumption was wrong. What kind of risk am I looking into? What kind of risk am I looking into? I based my strategy on this assumption, and the assumption was wrong. Very nice play. Wrong answer. My assumption was wrong. P, you are reaching your almost, you got the concept right, but your answer is wrong. My assumption of my strategy is wrong. What kind of risk am I looking at? Now everybody is silent. जी क्या पूछ लिया? चैप्टर 2 से कैसे पूछ लिया? चैप्टर 2 से कैसे, क्यों नहीं पूछेंगे? रिवीजन है. You're doing full chapter. You're not just you're doing full syllabus. सिर्फ chapter 3 होना पड़ रहा है हमको. You're not just doing chapter 3. You're doing all syllabus. Short-term external risk. Short-term external risk. Your assumption was wrong. Or short-term internal risk. क्या है ये? What is this? Is it short-term external or is it short-term internal? I will shorten the answer for you. Think, read, and answer. Is it short-term internal risk or short-term external risk? I want you to think and answer. Exam preparation हो रही है दोस्त. Last week we did chapter 2, and today everybody is goal. People like, oh shit, we can't recall. Okay, one vote for short-term external risk. What about others? What about others? If you guys have the study material handy, refer it. Now this is how we will revise. I won't give you the answers. You have to figure out. Short-term external. Anshu goes and votes for short-term external. The answer is short-term external. Short-term internal risk क्या होता है? If this is short-term external risk, then what is short-term internal risk, my friend? When does a short-term internal risk becomes visible to the organization? What is a short-term internal risk? If short-term external risk is that your assumption of the environment is wrong, then what is short-term internal risk? सब पढ़ा हुआ है. What is short-term internal risk to your strategy? I see a lot of you are revising. अच्छा लग रहा है देख के. Very happy. Shruti, bang on answer. That's right. Prem, good answer. Rest, everybody. I'm very happy you guys are revising and you know the answer. That's why you're writing the answer, right? That's sarcasm. Nobody's giving me the answer. Only a few people are able to answer this. And that shows your revision and preparation already. Again, that's what I tell you. It's not my exam, your exam. You have to study, you have to prepare more, not me. I have come prepared. When you're not able to meet the demand in the market, that is your short term internal risk to your strategy. When you anticipated the demand less, but the demand in the market is more, people want more of your product, and you're not able to fulfill that demand, that is short term internal risk. That is short term internal risk. Modi ji went to the US. Listen to this carefully and answer. Modi ji went to the US and he said, hey, listen, to the US government. You know, a lot of people in my country apply for US visa, and you guys have started rejecting a lot of applications. So he goes and talks with the US government that please ease the visa process because we will make our internal checks stronger so that you don't have to spend a lot of time checking the background. Hypothetical way of that. I'm just giving a hypothetical example. Companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, HCL Tech, IT companies के shares का price बढ़ने लग गया after this news. The sentiment of the investor was positive for these companies based on which macro element of the environment. Think and answer. Good. Very nice. Anshu, SP. Two answers. Absolutely right. Others still sleeping. At the end of the class, you guys come and say, give us more activities. We want to be interactive. We would like to answer more, play more. When we are doing revision, you guys are sleepy. You guys are not answering. So I don't know, why do you want more activities and revision if you don't want to interact? Everybody who has given an answer is right. Prem, you might want to relook at your thing, right? The answer is political. The answer is political environment. Because it's a policy framework that changed. The power and influence of politics on your business, a positive one in this case, right? The ease of doing business, all of this is political legal. The components of political legal, like ease of doing business, the power and influence, right? Very good. Okay. Let me ask you another quick question. Let's say, okay, let's say I plan to export, raisins, kishmish. Okay, I plan to export raisins to Poland. But the problem is, raisins are very costly in India to produce. They are very costly. यहाँ पे महंगा पड़ता है. and I can't make a lot of profits. So I go and start searching for markets where I can get cheaper raisins. Okay. I figured out maybe I can go and buy from Philippines. Philippines से मैं raisins. However, I cannot open a business in Philippines. There are legal challenges. So I find an existing company, a business, and I do partnership with them. And then I buy from them as a separate company. There's a new partnership company that is formed. I bring that product from Philippines to India, package it like an Indian product to show that it's an Indian product, and then sell it to Poland. Which aspect of going global benefits? Which aspect of going global benefits am I utilizing there? There are two benefits I'm talking about here. And I want you to answer both. Think about it. If you have studied the study material, you will be able to answer right away. नहीं पढ़ा है तो random answer दो. And I'll get to know from this. Which two aspects of benefits of going global am I talking there? Think and answer. I know it's a heavy start to the class, but it's needed to give you a reality check of where you are. These are simple questions. Okay, Anshu. Cheaper sources, reliable sources. Okay. One more advantage. This is one, this is correct. Reliable, cheaper sources is correct. Time and cost. Not really. Going global में time नहीं बचता है. Time किसका बचता है? How do you save time in going global? Time and cost तो limitation है strategic management की. Question तो हम पूछ रहे हैं benefits of going global, and your answer is limitations of strategic management. Zero मिलेगा फिर तो exam में. Simple question. One, the answer is reduced costs, cost reduction. Number two, the ease of forming strategic alliances. आपने वहां की local business के साथ you build a partnership, you build an alliance, and that's one of the biggest benefits of going global. You can build partnerships with local businesses of other countries and do business. You don't have to create your own entities outside. Partnership कर लो, strategic alliance कर लो. Starbucks भी तो इंडिया में टाटा के साथ आया है. It's Tata Starbucks. ICICI Lombard. Lombard कोई इंडियन कंपनी थोड़ी ना. ICICI Prudential. Prudential is a UK-based company. ICICI is Indian. Prudential is coming to India to do business by joining hands with ICICI. Going global. Prudential is going global. India आ रही. यहाँ आके स्क्रैच से बिजनेस नहीं बनाना. They are working together with ICICI. It's a benefit, my friend. काफी रिवीजन हो रहा है. Good. Very good. Let me ask you another question. We were talking about product and industry in chapter 2 में we talked about product and industry. There is a point in product and industry when I was explaining The features of a product are adjusted to create value for the customer. Okay? The features of the product are adjusted to create value for the customer. कौन सी स्टेज में फीचर्स एडजस्ट होते हैं फॉर कस्टमर्स? What stage of product during creation, during ideation, during development, during sales, or during marketing or after services? किस टाइम आप फीचर्स एडजस्ट करते हो? Is it during ideation? Is it during development? Is it during sales? Is it during marketing, or is it during after sales? When do you adjust the features of the product? Anyone based on our competency? No, that's not true. I see ideation, I see development. The correct answer, my friend, if you go and read the study material, the answer is development. During development phase, the features of the product are adjusted to meet the needs of the customer. Okay? Very good. Now, if there are too many exit barriers in an industry, which Michael Porter's 5 forces may say gets affected or implemented? If the exit barriers are too many in an industry, which competitive force of Michael Porter gets activated? Think and answer. Think and answer. Wonderful. Prem, you want to revise your answer or you are final with this? I'm sure the answer is right. Good. Others are now lost. Others are like, shit, बहुत सारा रिवीजन करना पड़ेगा. एक भी आंसर नहीं आ रहा है. I know, आएगा भी नहीं क्योंकि पढ़ा भी नहीं है. The classes are not a magic potion, my friend. If you attend a class, doesn't mean you can solve a question. You can solve a question when you solve a question. And that's what I'm doing here. This is practice. This is practice. The correct answer is rivalry in the industry. The nature of rivalry in the industry. There were a couple of components which define how strong the rivalry of competition or the rivalry is there in the industry. उसमें से एक था exit barrier. If the exit barriers are too many or it's not easy to exit, people will continue to fight within the industry, and that it becomes more and more and more competitive. कोई निकलना ही नहीं चाहेगा because they have already invested so much in the business, or they have emotional things, or there are legal foundations, XYZ. So people will keep competing. That's called rivalry in the industry. Okay? Very nice. Coming back to chapter number 3. Chapter 3 में we were talking about stakeholders. Absolutely, Prem. ये एग्जाम में होगा, you'll get confused with exit barrier or entry barrier. Stakeholder management based on two parameters, power and interest. The power and interest. Keep satisfied, keep clear, low priority, keep informed. 4 categories based on power and interest in your business. Question. If let's say Q1 of 2025 I defined a Mendelow's matrix कि मेरे कौन से stakeholders किस box में Q1 of 2025 I defined this. Can I change the category of my stakeholders next quarter? Can I do that? Can I keep changing the categorization of my stakeholders? Or if once I have done this, I can't change it. Can I keep revising the categorization of my stakeholders in Mendelow's matrix? Or it is fixed. If you selected a category for a particular stakeholder, then they are that. You can't change that. बताइए. We can change, we should change. We can change and we should change based on how they are moving in terms of their power and their interest in the business. Okay, very nice. Okay, we were talking about marketing. You remember we were talking about Zomato, Swiggy, Cadbury, Silk. We were talking about RBI using KBC as a hook to keep people aware about cyber crimes. And now today, within product and service strategic driver, we will talk about marketing. We will talk about marketing within the product and service strategic driver. There are so many types of marketing. Advertisement is just one type. Advertisement is just one type of marketing. भाई टीवी में ऐड आ रही है, न्यूज़पेपर में ऐड आ रही है, इंस्टाग्राम पे ऐड आ रही है, यूट्यूब पे ऐड आ रही है. That's just one type of marketing. There are multiple other types of marketing which we will read today. Okay. Now, social marketing. What is social marketing? Let me ask you this simple. How many of you have seen Bonvita ki ad? What is the tagline of Bonvita? Bonvita की tagline क्या है? What is the tagline of Bonvita? तैयारी जीत, right? Bonvita की ad आती है. There is a mother training the kid, a sports kid, most likely an athletic kid, somebody who is in athletics or sports. They make them drink Bonvita and they say तैयारी जीत. What are they doing? They are doing social marketing. They are creating a socially acceptable thing that mothers can lead training as well, that to sports. It touches upon society's sensitive topics. It tells them that mothers can lead a kid's future. They should lead a kid's future, and they use Bonvita to prepare their kids for the future, to win, to be successful. This social marketing, gentle social marketing. designing and implementing and control of programs which seek to increase the acceptability of a social idea, a cause, or a practice among target group to bring in a social change. Have you seen Harpik ki ad? Harpik does ad where Akshay Kumar comes into a house and says, "Oh, this is dirty washroom." Puts a Harpik, cleans it. What kind of marketing is this? It's through an advertisement, but the idea is to create a social concept around your product. Advertisement is just a distribution. Advertisement is just a mode of distribution of your idea. But brand की story क्या है? Brand की story है social concept, cleanliness, hygiene. Ensure your washrooms are nice, spick and span and clean, and our product helps you do that. That's my story of my product. Social marketing. Are we clear on this? Nobody knew Bonvita का tagline वैसे. I did not even get one single response. Bonvita की tagline किसी को पता ही नहीं. या तो मैं टीवी देखता हूँ, आप लोग टीवी नहीं देखते. Are we clear on social marketing? Give me a yes, no, whatever you think. If no, you want more examples, tell me. Okay, great. I got yeses. The second one is augmented marketing. But this type of marketing includes additional customer services and benefits that a product can offer beside the core and actual product. It can be in the form of introduction of a high-tech service or etc. Right? Additional customer services and benefits that a product can offer beside the core and actual product. Classic example पूछता हूँ आपसे. How many of you have gone to a Lenskart store and got a free eye checkup? How many of you have or have heard कि भाई you can go to Lenskart store and get a free eye checkup? Free करते हैं वो लोग. Augmented marketing. Augmented marketing है. The type of marketing includes additional customer services and benefits that a product can offer besides the core and actual that is being offered. Augment कर रहे हैं. They eventually have to sell you that spectacles, चश्मा बेच रहे हैं, but they are creating an augmentation, an extended arm, एक augmented reality, एक side by एक parallel product खड़ा कर रहे हैं based on which you will buy another the main product. Augmented reality. People who play games would know what is augmented reality. It is an extension of the real world. The word comes from there. It's a parallel world. जहाँ से it's an augmented, an extension of the real world, but it's a parallel world. It operates in its own way, but eventually आपको main world में आना. Augmented है, extended है. The same thing is happening there. That service that they have created around it is an augmented marketing strategy. कि भाई आप आओ फ्री चेकअप कराओ, पसंद आया, if you have a number then we buy. If your number is correct, they don't even sell you respect. You go and get a checkup, it's 6x6. They say, oh, your eyes are perfect. Maybe you would want to try sunglasses, but you don't need specs. Simple strategy. It creates trust and authenticity. Augmented marketing. That is augmented marketing. I've given you an example now. I want you to give me an example of augmented marketing. What do you understand by augmented marketing? Give me an example of augmented marketing strategy. बहुत अच्छे. Adidas, but what about Adidas? What is Adidas? Try some 4D shoes through iOS app. Okay. Let me give you more business, core business fact. Augmented marketing really action में कैसे काम करती है मैं आपको बताता हूँ. It's not just virtual. It's not just virtual, but it's more than virtual. Okay. How many of you have heard about Apple's trade-in policy? You give back us the iPhone 13, 14, and you buy a new iPhone 16, you get 20,000 rupees off. You want to buy an iPad? Okay. Do you have an existing Apple product? Maybe yes. Do you want to trade in? घड़ी साबुन is not augmented marketing. वो तो टैगलाइन है. पहले इस्तेमाल करें विश्वास इज टैगलाइन. इसमें augmented कुछ नहीं. The trade in is augmented marketing by Apple. They're creating an additional customer service and benefit that a product can offer. Bhai, when I am buying an iPhone 16 now, I know 2 साल बाद I can trade it. I know after 2 years I can trade in this phone and get a new version. Sample of pickle augmented marketing. What's that example of pickle name? कौन सा pickle? Jiva lifetime plating free service. Yes, they're doing that. Fast delivery by Blinkit. It's not an additional customer service. That is their core service. Fast service by Blinkit is not their additional augment. वो तो core service है Blinkit कि भाई आपको fast delivery करके दूंगा. काम ही वो है. Product थोड़ी ना Blinkit का है. Service is what Blinkit does. Delivery is what Blinkit does. Okay. Augmented marketing is not the core product, but an additional service which helps you buy or helps you take a decision to buy the core product. That is called augmented marketing. Snapchat filters are a good example. Snapchat filters are augmented marketing. You will stick to Snapchat because you want those filters. The filter is the core business. Then a buy three get one is not augmented marketing or direct marketing. सामने से बोल रहे हैं और खरीदो. कोई और प्रोडक्ट थोड़ी ना बेच रहे हैं. सेम प्रोडक्ट को तो ज्यादा बेच रहे हैं. Augmented is where you include an additional, not the core product. कुछ और ही आप आइडिया सर्विस प्रोडक्ट बना के उसको कोर प्रोडक्ट तक ला रहे हैं. दैट इज ऑगमेंटेड. बाय थ्री गेट वन तो सेम प्रोडक्ट की आप कह रहे हो और खरीदो. ओके, डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड इन दैट. The third marketing way is called direct marketing. Simple है. Direct marketing is catalog selling, email आता है, SMS आता है, buy करो, खरीदो, shopping, TV shopping आती है. Right? Direct selling, people come to your house. Direct selling हो रही है कि भाई various advertisements are directly targeting consumers, buy our product. HDFC people call you, do you need a loan? That's direct selling. Health checkup, people give you a call 10 times a day. Do you want a full body health checkup? We can get you for 1999. Direct selling. Calling, picking up the phone, ad, phone, email, ये ले लो हमसे खरीदो, हमसे खरीदो, हमसे खरीदो. Direct बोल रहे हैं खरीदो हमसे. They're directly telling you buy our product. Simple कह रहे हैं, खरीदो हमारा. That is direct. Relationship marketing क्या? You buy a credit card, you get 5 lounge access, uh, part of that thing. They call it free, but you already paid for it. But anyway, you buy a credit card and they say, oh, 5 domestic lounge access for 1 year is what you get. Relationship builder. The more you spend, the better you become as a customer for us, the more benefits we will give you. Relationship builder. You go to a Reliance Trends, you go to a Pantaloons, you go to a website. They say, "Oh, do you have a registered phone number? Do you want to register your phone number?" You go to H&M, you go to Zara. They say, "Oh, do you want to register your phone number? You can become a premium member." They're like, "Okay, but what benefits do I get?" Next purchase, you get 10% off. Next purchase. So now I am getting into a relationship with this brand. I will come back again to avail this. Next time I buy, they say, oh, you're getting 10% off, and you're also getting the amount that you spend of 1% as your points. You can use it again. You're like, wow. जितना खरीदूंगा उतना better points मिलेंगे. Relationship building. Airlines offer flying points because there's competition between flights. So the more you fly with a single airlines, they give you frequent flyer points. You can redeem those points on your next ticket purchase. Reliance Retail gives 7 rupees off on every 1,000 rupees. See, you're doing it, building a relationship with the customer. Relationship marketing. Now let me read your example. Okay, it's very interesting. Okay, you buy a 5 kg product and you get another 5 kg box free. Is this augmented or relationship marketing? None. We will talk about this. This is yet to come. ना ये augmented है, ना ये relationship. We'll come to keep your example there. We'll come to what kind of marketing that is. Okay. The fifth one is services marketing. This marketing requires different marketing strategies since it has a particular characteristic of its own, such as inseparability and variability. सर्विस को मार्केट करने के लिए क्या करें? How many of you have used urban company, urban clap, whatever it is? How many of you choose that? Let me even take you one step easier. How many of you have used Uber, Ola, Rapido to choose here? Have you ever used an Uber, Ola, Rapido to choose here? Yes. सबने किया. It's a service industry. They're not selling you a product, they're giving you a service. How does Uber market its service to you? What do you think is Uber's marketing strategy? Uber की marketing strategy क्या है? What is Uber's marketing strategy? What do you think? कैसे market करते हैं? Better ride experience, okay? But they don't claim it, right? बोलते तो नहीं है वो लोग कि हमारे साथ आपको better ride experience मिलेगा. How do they do that? Okay, Uber's marketing genius lies in the fact, okay? Uber's marketing genius lies in the fact that what are they trying to do is they're trying to tell the Indian customer that you don't need to buy a car. Okay? Uber is silently telling the Indian consumer you do not really need to own a car. You buy a car, you pay road tax, you pay insurance every year, you pay maintenance, you're always stressed on the road while driving, crazy traffic, big long red lights, roads are not nice, you don't have parking available, the parking rates are sky high, 100 rupees an hour, 200 rupees an hour in main markets. They don't look at your car. Even if you're in Wagoner or you're in Mercedes, parking charge is the same. So silently, they're saying, oh, you get a driver at your home. You don't have to worry about parking. You don't have to worry about rising petrol prices, the insurance, the upkeep of the car, if somebody will hit the car or not, if what happens, this, that, everything is removed. For that, you pay a price. But this marketing requires a different strategy since it has a peculiar characteristic. We make your life easy. Service marketing का core. You are chartered accountant. Tomorrow, if you start your practice, consultancy, what will you pitch to your customer? You will say, like, hey, listen, it's a lot of work, operational work that you have to do as a business. I have expertise in these services, the taxation, bookkeeping, accounting, bank maintenance, all the compliance, everything. I will make your life easy. You focus on the main things. Don't get into all this. That's your service marketing technique. And same thing happens with every service. TCS, right? $30 billion. Wipro, $10 billion. Infosys, $20 billion revenue every year. ऐसा क्या कर रहे हैं जो बाकी कंपनीज को सर्विस कर रहे हैं? They're going and telling big organizations, banks and shipping companies and governments and all these people that they listen. IT का इतना काम. Why do you want to have your own IT team when you have like so many engineers? You can put 100 people to work on your project for the next 10 years. That's okay. Can do. We will manage all the operations, the work, and everything. You just focus on what's main for you. Do you know who has worked on the Delhi Metro ticketing system? You go to Delhi Metro, you have a card, you swipe it, you put a coin token. Now you have a paper barcode. Now you have a WhatsApp ticket as well. It's not an app. Who developed that? Do you know? Which IT company did that? It was Wipro. Wipro initially created the Delhi Metro IT ticketing system. Metro could be सकता. But they said, hey, Metro, go and work on what's main for you. That's running the Metro. It ticketing, IT, token, everything we'll manage. Don't worry about that. Give us the project, outsource it to us, we'll do that. The service marketing sells the idea of you focus on your main core business. Let us do the peripherals. Allow us to do the peripherals. We are happy to do the thing that you don't want to do, I will do. That's the idea of every service marketing possible on planet Earth. आप कुछ भी ले लो. You pick up any service. The core of the service is you don't want to do that. That's why you're asking them to. And the सामने वाला person is saying, thank you. I love doing this thing. I will do it for you, but it will come at the price. Service marketing. It's inseparable, right? Variability है. It's inseparable, right? This is the service. This is what I do. This is how I will make your life. Okay? That is service marketing. That is service marketing. Now, there is an interesting thing called person marketing. Person marketing is people can be marketed as classic examples, sports people, Bollywood, all of this. Let me also give you another example. How many of you know Ratan Tata? How many of you know Ratan Tata? Everybody. Have you met him? No. How do you know he was a nice person? कैसे पता आपको? How do you know he was very kind and he was very nice as a business person? He was very soft spoken. He was never angry. He was so a philanthropist. He gave away everything and he was so much into society. How do you know? Kiran, good to know you're from Jamshedpur. You're the best source for us for this example. न्यूज मीडिया स्टोरी सुनी है, उस पर्सन को मार्केट किया गया है दोस्त. The brand Tata has marketed Ratan Tata to create an image for Tata Group that they are the best and the most India centric, feel good brand. They are loyal, they are transparent, they do their job, they don't get into different mess. They don't get chaotic. तो ज़्यादा खेलते कूदते नहीं है. They are not too pompous. They are not too dramatic like other businesses. You might take an example of a Reliance or an Adani or any other business. They're very pompous. Show करते हैं. They show their presence. They create that aura around them. That, oh, we are the richest people. We are successful. Tatas don't do that. Okay? but आपको कैसे पता है? Because that person has been marketed carefully to do that. Same thing happens with politicians. Same thing happens with politicians. You can market a politician as somebody who is carefree, has no decision power, is very weak as a leader. You can market them, or you can market a leader as the new king of the era, or the queen of the era, and probably that's what person marketing is, right? That is what person marketing is. You can build a brand based on person. Shark Tank India mein, you had all these founders coming in. You know why? Because their brands got a recognition because of them. You would see an Aman Gupta or Vinita or that guy, right? The guy with spectacles, Anupam Mitra or Ashneer Grover. Now these are household names. Piyush Goyal, Piyush Bansal hai. Piyush Goyal is your minister, right? But this is person marketing. This is person marketing. क्या मुझे शुगर कॉस्मेटिक से कभी कुछ लेना है? Maybe not. Maybe you guys would buy. I don't know. I never bought anything, or I don't know if I need anything from that brand, but I still know that I have an awareness, a recall value. That's because of the person marketing. The next is organization marketing. Just like people, organizations are marketed as well. Just like people, organizations are marketed as well. It consists of activities undertaken to create, maintain, and change the attitude and behavior of target audience towards an organization. Both profit and not non-profit practice this type of marketing. I gave you an example of person marketing. I want you to now give me an example of organization marketing. कौन सी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अपने ब्रांड को बहुत ही अच्छा साफ सुथरा गुड ब्रांड करके मार्केट करती है? गिव मी एन एग्जांपल ऑफ एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मार्केटिंग. थिंक एंड आंसर. Lenskart? I don't think so. Lenskart is more of a person marketing as of today, or an augmented marketing. Organization marketing तो कम है. Spotify, how? I would rather say YouTube. I would rather say YouTube. YouTube as a business has created an image that it's a money minting platform, right? Have you heard anyone complaining about YouTube ever? I haven't, to be very honest. People might go and say, yeah, this OTT has this problem, this video thing has this problem. Rarely, rarely I've heard anybody say that YouTube app is bakwas or YouTube is not good. Rarely. This is organization marketing. This is organization marketing. People might do a lot of anti-Instagram campaign. इंटरनेट पे ना बहुत ज्यादा एंटी इंस्टाग्राम, दैट इंस्टाग्राम इज फेक एंड इंस्टाग्राम इज not good for children. There's a lot of like unwanted content. There's a lot of nonsense content on the platform. YouTube के बारे में मैंने आज तक ऐसा कभी नहीं सुना, जबकि वहां भी है. YouTube also has equal level of content for the Instagram has. But you will rarely see people saying, "Oh, YouTube का बकवास है, एकदम algorithm, it's not worth it, or it's hampering a child's growth, or not healthy for children." Rarely, rarely that. There is no person marketing. There is no branding that YouTube does. कुछ नहीं करता. But there's certain activities that they have undertaken to create a sense of belonging with the audience, like a creator economy, like a good algorithm. They have worked on their product. They have worked so hard on their product that their product, which is YouTube as a whole, is just selling to the audience. Free है. And now you have YouTube Premium. 200 रुपये महीना ले लो, 199 per month ले लो. Right? Same with Microsoft, same with Apple. But Apple still had a person marketing in Steve Jobs. They still push a lot of media content of Steve Jobs even today. आज भी Steve Jobs की stories you will see, right? It is still person marketing. Organization marketing for me is, भाई यहाँ पे तो सिर्फ कंपनी का नाम दिखता है. Google, YouTube, most of the Google products, to be very honest, Gmail. The world is on Gmail, but there is no person marketing for Gmail. अरे ये तो इसकी वजह से. Facebook will still be Mark Zuckerberg always. Chat GPT, Sam Altman. टेस्ला, मैंने कभी टेस्ला नहीं चलाई. None of us will ever be in a rocket of Starlink जो जा रहा है ऊपर SpaceX का, but we all know Elon Musk. We all know what Tesla is. Person marketing. क्या टेस्ला अच्छी कार है? I don't know. Maybe Tesla is worse than uh, the basic family car. I don't know. But हाँ, I know Tesla is a good car. अच्छी होगी क्योंकि एलॉन मस्क की है. अरे एलॉन मस्क ने थोड़ी ना बैठ के बनाई. It's a machine after all. Okay. Number three on of this page, place marketing. Place marketing. Place marketing involves activities undertaken to create, maintain, or change towards a particular place. Say marketing of business sites, tourism marketing, etc. It's called place marketing. There are two ways of doing place marketing. एक तो tourism के लिए, एक है business के लिए, right? For tourism, like Gujarat does, Madhya Pradesh does a lot of ad, Kerala does a lot of ad, right? God's own country. And Madhya Pradesh says the heart of India. Gujarat says एक कुछ दिन तो गुजारो गुजरात. So there are multiple marketing campaigns for places. But let me ask you one more. There is something called as place marketing for business also. Okay? Now what happens in that? Place marketing for business is even more interesting. Have you heard about the concept of special economic zone? Have you guys heard about special economic zone? What is special economic zone? क्या होता है ये? SEZ if you do American English, SEZ if you do British English, both are okay. What is an SEZ? Special economic zone. क्या होता है? I see a lot of yeses, very good that you know it, but होता क्या? You get tax benefits in those areas. What a CA answer. उस एरिया में टैक्स बेनिफिट मिलता है. क्यों? वाई? वहीं क्यों मिलता है? क्या है उस एरिया में ऐसा that you get tax benefits there? Special economic zone are areas, generally the backward areas, where the government wants to promote development and employment. अगर एक far off land where there are very poor people, there is no development. If you put up a manufacturing plant, they will need a road, they will need electricity, they will need a lot of people to work in the plant, they will need a raw material. वहां पे अपनी एक मिनी इकोनॉमी चालू हो जाए. तो सामान चाहिए, रहने की जगह चाहिए, लोग चाहिए, रोड चाहिए, बिजली चाहिए, पानी चाहिए. अपने आप में it will create an economy. So government picks and chooses some development areas in different states where they want to promote businesses to go and start manufacturing or working. And it's generally the suburbs of metro cities where they start with. And to encourage businesses to come in these areas, they give tax benefits. We call them tax holidays. They give them tax benefits. They give them a subsidized land rate. सस्ते में उनको land मिलता है. They get subsidized on their electricity bills. They get subsidized on their water bills, right? There are a couple of other benefits that they get. There's a long list. But government wants to promote that. It's place marketing. From a business perspective, this is place marketing. The next one is enlightened marketing. What is enlightened marketing? It is a philosophy holding a company's overall marketing strategy, right? That you should support in the long run the performance of the marketing system beyond the prevailing mindset. Means it means कि आपको कस्टमर का माइंडसेट ही चेंज कर देना है मार्केटिंग से, एंड दैट इज एनलाइटेंड मार्केटिंग. The five principles are customer oriented marketing, innovative marketing, value marketing, sense of a mission marketing, and societal marketing. Tell me a product that forced you to change the way you do a particular thing. Give me an example of a product which changed the way you used to do things earlier, but today you do it very differently because of a particular product. Jio, how? Jio तो कहीं कोई enlightenment नहीं दे रहा. इंटरनेट दे रहा है, बस फ्री में इंटरनेट दे रहा था, अब वो भी नहीं दे रहा. You have to give me an example of enlightened marketing. A few of them could be Indian, which forced you to change the way you do a particular thing. Okay, absolutely. I see Gmail, I see Instagram, I see Blinkit. Are you sure all of these enlightened you? Are you sure all of these enlightened you? Oh, मेरा तो जीवन में कुछ बदलाव लाना चाहिए मुझे. No, no, no. Now you're reaching some point. Now you're reaching a good point. Toothpaste में नमक है. You're reaching an example that is in my head right now. Online payment system, UPI. मार्केटिंग तो नहीं करते मेरे से, बट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है उनके पास. Okay, I'll give you two examples. I'll give you two examples. Have you seen the ad of Sensodyne? Sensodyne की ad देखी है? Sensodyne क्या बोलता है? What does Sensodyne ad tells you? क्या बोलती Sensodyne की ad? What does Sensodyne, the toothpaste ad, tells you? Dentist recommended relief from sensitivity. Okay? What are they telling you? They're enlightening you with the how sensitive teeth become with age. They are marketing a topic which can be of your relevance in the future. I have seen so many of my friends, not too old and not very old, but a lot of them have already switched to Sensodyne. भाई बाद में तो सेंसिटिविटी होनी है एक एज में. Let's start protecting from today. Let's start protecting from today. How did that mindset change? That is enlightened marketing. That is enlightened marketing. Good or bad, we don't know. I'm just giving you an example. Enlightened marketing. Right or wrong, I don't know. I'm just giving you the marketing technique used here is enlightened. Why do a lot of Indian uh, people like Patanjali? Patanjali, the products हैं, which is branded under the name of Baba Ramdev. Patanjali, why do a lot of people like Patanjali products? Product तो सेम है, चौकोस भी बनाते हैं, बिस्किट भी बनाते हैं, चीनी भी बनाते हैं, हनी भी बनाते हैं. They're not doing a health thing. But why do people like Patanjali? आयुर्वेदिक हब राम, ये तो बहुत बाद में. This Ayurvedic and Baba Ramdev and all of that. When Patanjali started, they started Patanjali with a campaign that the money of the country should remain within India itself. They started this campaign with Patanjali that, hey, you're buying all these products from organizations which are US based or UK based. Unilever, P&G, and Nestle, and all of these are foreign companies. You're buying this Sara Saman and they put profits and they take it back to their own country. So India में कुछ पैसा नहीं बचता. They started with this campaign. That you buy from Patanjali, the same products we will sell you. You buy from Patanjali, India's money stays and gets reinvested in enlightened marketing. The Indian consumer went crazy mad for the business. They're like, wow, patriotism, nationalism. They enlightened people with patriotism and nationalism. Like, this is how we will change the way things are done. And people were like, yes, that's a great, my mindset has changed. I will buy your products. Classic example of enlightened marketing. They enlightened the customer about something wrong is happening. We are doing it right. Join us. That is enlightened marketing. From enlightened marketing to set a foundation, they moved to a person marketing where they marketed Baba Ram. And from person marketing today, they're at organization marketing, which says, oh, we have 200 schools, we have 10,000 kids being studied, would study with us, we have 20 plants, we give employment to 1 lakh people, right? So the way they do marketing keeps changing, and that will change. Strategy doesn't remain same, keeps changing, evolve hota hai. But this started with enlightened marketing. They enlightened people about patriotism, nationalism, and asked them to join their cult. Okay, very nice. Differential marketing. Differential marketing. You buy a bottle of water in a cafe, it is for 200 rupees. You buy a Bisleri from a roadside vendor, 20 rupees. Pani same. Differential marketing. You buy a Godrej #1 soap, it is for 40 rupees. You buy a Dove cream soap, it is for 90 rupees. Soap same. Differential marketing. You create a difference based on environment, the customer, the location, product packaging. You premiumize it a little bit, and that's called differential marketing. The product is not different. You market it as a different product. The product is same. The product is same. It's called differential marketing. अलग जगह पे सेम प्रोडक्ट का अलग प्राइस, सेम प्रोडक्ट डिफरेंट प्लेसेस डिफरेंट प्राइस, डिफरेंशियल मार्केटिंग. सिंक्रो मार्केटिंग. सिंक्रो मार्केटिंग का क्लासिक एग्जांपल इज फ्लाइट टिकट्स. If I tell you buy a flight ticket to Goa in the month of July, जुलाई में गोवा की टिकट कितने की होगी? A flight ticket from your location to Goa in July कितना प्राइस होगा आपके साथ? What will be the price? Price of flight ticket from your place to Goa in the month of July कितना हो? अंदाजा. Give me an average random guess. Let's see. 3,000, Shreya? So maybe if you write where you live, I can then, or everybody who answers where you live, the city or the state, whatever you want to share, then we get to know how far you are from God. Shreya says 3,000. Neeraj says 5,000, 6,000 rupees left. From my place, it will take about, from Delhi, it will take about what, 6,000-7,000 to easily level. 6,000 to lag जाए. Off season है जुलाई, कुछ नहीं होता गोवा में जुलाई में. 3,000, 5,000, 4,000, 6,000, 7,000, right? 5,000. Now, if I tell you, you have to book tickets for Goa for 25th of December, Christmas के दिन, right? And about 3,000, good place to live for Goa. Again, parents say 7,000. Now you have to book the same flight for 25th of December, Christmas के दिन की लेनी है. Easily 3x to 4x price होगा. 9,000, 10,000 from Ahmedabad. Delhi से it will cross 15, 17,000 also. Now, based on the demand and season, the price is going up and down. सिंक्रो मार्केटिंग बोलते हैं इसको. इसको बोलते हैं सिंक्रो मार्केटिंग. It is called synchro marketing. Okay. Now, weekday morning prices are less for movies. तो क्या हो रहा है? अरे डिमांड क्रिएट कर, तब डिमांड नहीं है, तब डिमांड क्रिएट करने को सिंक्रो मार्केटिंग कर. Based on demand, they change the price so that revenue stream चलता रहे. They encourage people in off season to come so that revenue does not make them dip down during off season. Right? Concentrated marketing. Concentrated marketing is very simple. A group of people, they focus करके they market. Right? A group of people, they focus and market, and they take the form of a niche marketing. For example, hair oil for baldness. If you have a lot of hair fall, for men, women both, I have a hair oil for you if you have a lot of hair fall. भाई concentrated marketing हर किसी को नहीं चाहिए. I can't be selling this to a 15-year-old college-going student base. My market is like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, right? This is concentrated marketing. Absolutely sure. Over delivery of ad कर दिया इस brand में. It's everywhere and everybody hates the ad. But it's okay. That's how you market and remember the name. Okay. And the last one, my friend, demarketing. Calcium and protein supplements as well. Demarketing. Now, demarketing includes marketing to cut down the demand because you can't cater to the amount of demand that is created. For example, the price of your amusement parks on Saturdays and Sundays is almost 500 or 1000 rupees higher. Weekends पे हर चीज की टिकट महंगी होती है because the businesses wants to discourage people from coming on weekends because they can't manage so many, so they discourage. So what they demarket, you want where you want to manage the demand because you can't deliver so much, so you price it so high कि लोग आएंगे ना, तो demarketing में आईआरसीटीसी की वेबसाइट क्रैश कर जाती है ड्यूरिंग फेस्टिवल सीजन, डीमार्केटिंग है, जानबूझ के सर्वर ऑफ कर दो. I'm just saying, hypothetical. I'm not saying they do that. I'm just saying that could be a demarketing technique as well. Why? Why do they do that? Because they want to ensure they deliver the best. But the demand is so much, they can't cater to so much demand. They don't have resources, capacity as on date to cater to such a huge demand. So they do demarketing. They do demarketing, right? So these are some kinds of marketing things or marketing aspects, right? We were talked about, right? The types of marketing which come under the strategic driver of product and services, chapter 3 of internal analysis. We are doing internal analysis in which we are talking about our own product and service, in which we are talking about how should we market our product or service, what are the different types of marketing techniques available to us. This is what we have studied. Before we go further, okay, it's 8:23 for me. Let's take a break of 10 minutes, right? And let us be back by 8:32 or maybe 8:33, right? Let's take a quick 10 minutes break, absorb things, join back, then we continue and we also solve questions. Let's go and take a break of 10 minutes. Be back, I'll be here. We'll wait for another 2 minutes for all of you to join in as well. And then we go to our activity that we have for you. If you're back, give me a yes, okay, back, so that I know that you're back. Okay, good. Awesome. Okay, there are a couple of examples on your screen. Read them carefully. It's an activity for you. Couple of examples on your screen. Read them carefully and tell me what type of marketing is this. You have to answer what type of marketing is this. Read the examples carefully and answer. Anti-smoking campaigns, healthy eating initiatives, and public safety campaigns. What kind of marketing is this? Correct answer for most of you is social marketing. That is right. Social marketing is the right answer. Let's go to the next one. Read these marketing campaigns carefully and answer. What type of marketing are we talking about here? Dove, Amul, and H2L. The answer I'm getting for this one is direct marketing, enlightened marketing, differential marketing. I'll wait for another 20 seconds for others to answer. I've got enlightened, differential. I've got what else? I've got okay, differential and enlightened के बीच में लड़ाई चल रही है. The correct answer is enlightened marketing. The correct answer is enlightened marketing. It's not differential. Why? Because they're enlightening people about the effects or the sources. यहाँ पे देखो अमूल क्या कर रहा है? Amul is enlightening people about the potential of money they can create through cooperative society model. Lifebuoy is giving you hygienic enlightenment. HUL का. It is enlightened marketing method. Next example on your screens. Read carefully and answer. Service marketing, augmented marketing, relationship marketing, service, relationship, augmented. तीनों आ गए. करेक्ट आंसर क्या है? Correct answer is augmented marketing. अब लोग पूछेंगे यार ये कैसे ऑगमेंटेड मार्केटिंग कैसे बोल दिया आपने? Augmented marketing is beyond the normal core product. You bring in value from an additional non-core product so that people buy the core product. Examples की starting देखो तो beyond just delivering food, in addition to ride sharing, besides traditional banking system, सारा कुछ कह रहे augmented, augmented, augmented. समझे? This is augmented. This is augmented marketing. Next one on your screens. Next one is on your screens, my friend. What kind of marketing is this? Book my show, Oyo Rooms, IRCTC. Correct answer is synchro marketing. Wonderful. The correct answer is synchro marketing. Synchro marketing. Another set of examples on your screen. Read and answer. I see people saying demarketing, some saying organization marketing. Let's see what's the correct answer. The correct answer is demarketing. For demarketing. That is what a lot of car manufacturers also do. आप कार लेने जाते हो जैसे oh the waiting period is 6 months. You go to buy a Royal Enfield बाइक लेने जाओगे ना 6 से 9 महीने की वेटिंग. 6 से 9 महीने की वेटिंग है. So if I want a bike today, I can't buy a bike today. New one you cannot. Resale me you can, but because they are working on demarketing to create exclusiveness, to create rarity, to create value, भाई you are the chosen one. इतने लोग खरीद रहे हैं हम बना नहीं पा रहे हैं 10 महीने लगेंगे. You're not easily available. You're not easily available. Imagine. Okay. Now, on your screen is something very interesting. Okay. The heading says, how Amul, how Amul gets its products to you. One, it starts with Amul has farms where cows are milked. This is where the milk is produced. Think of this as starting point, like when you make a toy at home. The starting point for Amul is milking the cows. Point number two, step number two for Amul is processing this milk into products. After the milk is collected, it goes to a factory where it is processed. They may turn the milk into butter, cheese, ghee, ice cream, whatever they want. This is like when you take the toy and paint it, right? This is like when you build a toy and now you start painting. Step one is milking the cow. Step two is processing the milk. Number three is distributors helping you to move the product. Once the milk and other products are ready, Amul calls these big trucking distributors who bring in their huge trucks and storage units and they take their products from the processing unit all across India. Worldwide, India, every retail shop will get Amul milk and products every single day. Every single day. That's called distribution. Number four, retailers selling to the customer. अब बड़े trucks and all of these will take to wholesalers. Wholesalers will give it to retailers. Retailers will give it to you and me who are customers. Customers goes to a shop, ask for an Amul milk, cheese, paneer, butter, ghee, and they get it from the shop. From where Amul milked the cow to your home, there is a chain, huge chain, a channel to reach you. There is a channel of lot of operations that goes in the hindsight to reach you and me, the final customers of the product. These channels of distribution are the lifeline, the backbone of every business. These are the lifeline and backbone of every business, from production to processing to distribution, from wholesalers to retailers, from retailers to customers. This is called channels of distribution, and this is a fourth strategic driver for a business. This is a fourth strategic driver which talks about how the product reaches you and me, who are the final customer, right? How does a product eventually from processing, from manufacturing, reaches the customer is all about channels. Number four, strategic driver. There's an image on your screen right. You see what the image says? From manufacturers to agents. The agents sell it to wholesalers, wholesalers to retailers, retailers to consumers. This is channels of distribution. The channels of distribution. Okay. Company can also decide to go through this long channel, go directly to the consumers, go directly to the retailer, go directly to the wholesaler, go directly to the agent, or go directly from agent to the consumer. Anything can happen. You have to decide your channel. Offline channel, online channel, how many distributors, big distributors are So two big distributors I want to deal with, or I want to deal with 200 small distributors or retail. Do I want agents in the middle who will take some commission but ease my business because it's too much pain to manage so much inventory and goods moving across India? It's very difficult. Do I manage retailers directly? Do I manage wholesalers directly? Or do I manage the consumers directly? That is my decision as a business person. Okay? It is my decision. That is my strategic driver as a business owner, as a strategic person for my business. Channels of distribution may vary business to business, and each of them is okay and successful, and it's okay. You go to a cosmetic shop, you will see Lakme products there. You go online, you see Lakme products there. You go to any Nika, you get a Lakme. You go to Amazon, you get Lakme. You go to Flipkart, you get Lakme. You go to a retail shop in your market, you get a Lakme. You go to the airport, you get the Lakme. Lakme is everywhere. It sells its products everywhere. You go to a west side of Pantaloons, unke money counter, cash counter pe, they have Lakme lipsticks as samples. That is their distribution style. They want to be everywhere. Both headphones are only online. ऑफलाइन नहीं मिलते, सिर्फ वेबसाइट पे मिलते हैं, ई कॉमर्स प्लेटफॉर्म पे. दैट इज हाउ बोथ हैज चोजन देयर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, दैट हम सिर्फ ऑनलाइन जाएंगे, ऑफलाइन तक खतरा उठाना ही नहीं. कोका कोला, again Coca Cola, every single shop has Coca Cola. Every single retailer in India has Coca Cola. Blinkit has Coca Cola. Dunzo has Coca Cola. Zepto has Coca Cola. Uh, Big Basket has Coca Cola. Amazon also has Coca Cola. Flipkart also has Coca Cola. सब ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट पे भी कोका कोला की है, ऑफलाइन भी है, और एवरी सिंगल शॉप में. That is how strong their distribution channel is, and that is how much money they infuse in their distribution channel. They give people margins, they have to move so many products, there'll be leakage, breakage, product, all of that will happen. But still, they're managing distribution. They're managing distribution, and that is the magic of Coca-Cola, the distribution channel. Same with Lay's, chips that you get, exactly the same thing. They manage crazy distribution across. Okay. Do you understand the channels of distribution? Yes or no? Do you understand the channels of distribution? Okay, wonderful. Thanks for the yeses. The three channels of distribution: product, sales, and service. Sales channel, retailers, fashion designers. The product channel, online or offline. The service channel, how do you want the service to happen? For example, dishwasher लगवा लिया, AC लगवा लिया, अभी कोई लोग तो आएंगे इंस्टॉल करने, आपको समझाने. That is also service channel. They have service partners. Now Voltas AC बेचता है, but service के लिए they have outsourced it to some service partners who across India, whenever there is a Voltas AC sale, Voltas gives them information that, hey, we have installed or we have sold an AC, they will need installation help, please go. Now, this company is an authorized service seller for Tata Voltas. तो सर्विस चैनल है, कंपनी खुद नहीं कर रही है, बाहर से करवा रही है, बाहर से करवा रही है. And that is a service channel. That is a service channel. The product channel, online है या offline? Where will the product be sold? Online and offline. Sales channel, retailers, wholesalers. What we've been talking about so far is sales channel. The product channel is basically on whether you want to go offline or online. And finally, service channel is how do you want to serve the customers, which is through service, either after sales services or it is basically talking about whether it is installation, maintenance services. How do you want to cater to your customers based on service? And that's through a lot of agents. I can tell you it's a lot of agents. Businesses can't keep so much of service with themselves. They eventually have to outsource, and that is what happens for a lot of companies which sell capital goods like a TV, fridge, dishwasher, RO, right? Cars, they do that. Okay, I don't want to get into this topic today. I want to take a pause here. We will do core competencies today because it's another 30-40 minute uh, topic. Okay, so we'll take a pause here on chapter 3. Next session, we complete chapter 3 also. We're just left with 3 topics. Core competency hai, generic strategies hai, and there are a couple of other small topics. So we'll complete that as well. Now, what I want to ask is, how many of you have practiced chapter 1 assignment that we uploaded? Okay, I see one I have. What about others? How many of you have practiced chapter 1? How many of you have practiced chapter 1 ka assignment? I see 2 hand raises. Good. What about others? Okay, another one. Okay, very nice. Let us start with this. Okay, let us start with this. I'm just opening the assignment for you. Okay, here we go. Here is the chapter. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see the assignment. Okay. There are 10 questions. I'll discuss a few from here in the interest of time, but we'll still read all the questions. Okay. Are we ready for this? Only if you guys have practiced, this exercise makes sense. Otherwise, आप सुनते रहो इसको as lecture. Okay. If you're not practicing, if you're not going and practicing this is just like a lecture to you. It won't help. Only if you have practiced, this will help. Okay. What I'll do is I'll use the unmute feature now. Right? Almost 9 a.m. Anybody who has done question number 1, raise your hand. I'll unmute you and we'll listen to your answer, how you have written. Okay? Okay, Kinari, I'm going to unmute you and then you can share how you have written this answer.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Kinari. Please go ahead.
The Gokul Suites is an example of a blend of proactive and reactive approaches in the strategic management. The following are the reasons for being them are the actions taken in response to a specific in the short term. Their proactive responses were as follows. These are the actions taken in anticipation of future trends or opportunities. Experimenting with online delivery. This move shows foresight in adopting digital platforms to expand their customer base and convenience beyond the traditional model. Introducing sugar free options. This was the best and the most strategic step to tap into the growing segment of health conscious consumers, a need that Gokul Sweets had previously ignored but now proactively addressed. Conclusion: Gokul Sweets adapted through a combination of reactive price based tactics and proactive innovation and diversification, reflecting a dynamic and balanced strategic management approach.
Very nice. You've written it yourself, the entire thing?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. I think very happy to see that the entire thing that we have discussed is a question's answer should always start with introduction. It should have content which is in bullets, which clearly defines the answer, and finally a conclusion on what the question is asking. Okay. Now, the question probably what you've done is great. Okay, it's how you would expect an answer to be, and I think that's how we want the answer to be as well. The concept here was reactive and proactive strategy and how they both blend to create a strategy. Specific actions were asked here in the question that Google Suites took and categorized them in either proactive or reactive. That is what you have done, right? So good, very good. I think now you get a gist of how to write answers. I think that's going to help you. Do you feel more confident solving questions?
Yes, sir. It was like first I did not believe that I was doing it, but then I went through some of the papers. I actually took internet help a bit to frame certain things which were in my mind in my own language. But then little bit used the net, little bit I went to the dictionary and found the alternative synonyms because I when I was reading the study material, there were very fancy English words which we generally don't use in our day-to-day communications.
For example, give me some example of those words that you found study
Meticulous
material very.
planning,
Uh-huh.
anticipation, reluctant, like this,
Okay, okay. I think
which we don't generally use. We know the meaning, but we don't know the synonyms of it. Generally, we don't use it in our day-to-day communications with others. So
again.
yeah,
So
that was
I
where I took
agree.
internet's
I
help.
agree, but study material has to have some level of standard of living, right?
But
So that I
exactly just
agree.
to maintain that level in the exam also because we would have to maintain it.
Awesome, awesome. Very happy for you. Anybody else who solved question number one differently and has a different answer, please raise your hand or you can type in the chat as well. We'll be happy to listen to your answer as well. Anybody who's practiced, anybody who's written, anybody who wants to try it right now as well, that's also okay. You want to take a try, you want to try it right now, it's your class. Let's do it. We have time. But like Kennedy said, okay, the answer, the kind of same frame kind of same that I read from the chat, okay, the answer has to be broken down into three pieces: an introduction, a content, which is your main answer, which will have bullets most likely. You should try and put as many bullets as you can. It creates a good visual impact. And finally, there has to be a conclusion. Question number one, very similarly, what she just shared, it starts with an introduction that the company, right? The Gokul Suites is talking about being proactive and reactive. It's highly hyper competitive, super competitive market. The kind of proactive and reactive strategies that they're opting for are right in your question through keywords. Initially responded, upfront started, right? Proactive. Upfront started means they're being proactive, right? Initially responded, they are being reactive here. Upfront started, they are being proactive here, right? So keywords here. In question, you will read the keywords. Responded means reaction. Upfront started means being proactive, right? That is how you identify. You put a you put a framework of your answer, and then you conclude with a strong statement that this is how you probably have to conclude saying, yes, Vocal Feeds had a perfect blend of strategic, proactive, and reactive strategy, and that has been a key to their success of navigating a competitive. Okay, very nice. Let me take you to question number two. Again, feel free. There were so many people yesterday saying हमको practice करने नहीं मिलता. आज practice कर रहे हैं, everybody is silent. This exercise, me sharing answers, is pointless. This is just like a lecture for you if you're not practicing. Okay. Next question for you was about Dharti Organics. Okay. Dharti Organics, a small farming collective in rural Maharashtra, differentiates itself by focusing exclusively on certified organic produce grown using traditional sustainable methods. While other local farmers primarily sell conventionally grown vegetables at the nearby mandi, which is market, Dharti Organics has built a loyal customer base in Mumbai and Pune for emphasizing the health benefits and environmental responsibilities of their products, often commanding a premium price. But they also offer direct to consumer delivery, bypassing traditional intermediaries. Identify and explain the sources of competitive advantage for Dharti Organics in the given scenario. How does their unique approach allow them to potentially outperform other vegetable producers in the region? Let me see what all concepts did you guys crack in this one. Anybody who wants to share, anybody who is practiced, wants to share, raise your hands, share on the chat. Generally, I'll wait for others also. Maybe if nobody else responds, then we'll give you a chance, please. I want others to take a chance as well. Okay. Okay, we have Prem. Awesome. Prem, I'm unmuting you. Go ahead and answer.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Prem. How are you?
Fine, sir. Sir, my answer is competitive advantage allows a business to outperform rivals by offering unique values to customer.
Mhm.
Bharti Organic stands out in the regional farming industry by focusing on quality, sustainability, and customer connection, setting itself apart from conventional producers, which are farmers. Body source of competitive advantage. Certified organic produce. Focus solely on organic farming, traditional sustainable methods, building credibility and trust among conscious consumers. Second, premium market positioning. Dhati commands higher prices by emphasizing the health benefits and environmental responsibilities of the product. Third, urban market access. Dharti Organics targets affluent consumers in Mumbai and Pune, where demand for organic and premium producers is high. Fourth, direct to consumer delivery. Dharti eliminates intermediaries, ensuring freshness and better margins and personalized services. Fifth, brand loyalty builds a local customer base through consistent quality and alignment with modern values like sustainability and health. Conclusion: Dharti Organics leverages its unique farming method and direct customer relationship to create a strong competitive advantage. By aligning with customer values and offering differentiated products, it positions itself to outperform conventional local producers. That's it, sir.
Okay, awesome, Prem. Very happy if you've written just said. Okay. but I know all of us are using AI today. So even Kinnery's answer, even your answer, I know what your framing is right, what your reading is right, but I can tell both of you have used AI. Okay? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I've done this. I've done that exercise for this session. Why? Okay, let me take you to this place. I went ahead, right, and searched how would AI answer this question for both the questions. Okay, I've done this myself to see how today. So the challenge for you guys today is you guys are not doing anything wrong. The problem is my time there was no AI. Today you have AI, so you should use it. But exam में AI नहीं मिलेगा दोस्त. Okay, for everyone, you guys, I love that you guys unmute yourself. You're proactive. You want to share. Very happy for you. But I'm not pinpointing you guys here. Just please bear with me. Okay, for everyone, it's not just you. I'm very happy you're taking the effort to build an answer, go on the internet, do this. It will help you. But the challenge you will face in today's examination across subjects, across all everything. कोई MBA कर रहा है, कोई MBBS कर रहा है. You're still doing CA, which is still a technical subject. We're not threatening lives. But think about people, students doing MBBS, and we're using AI to clear examinations. It's going to be a scary scenario for us. That's basic. However, it's good to read from them. It's good that it's helping you frame an answer. But I'm pretty sure none of us can write an answer like this in real time. I did the same thing. I went last night and I knew a lot of people would want to use AI, and I did the same thing. Okay. Question number one for Gokul that you see here. I went on and wrote that answer. That I just copy pasted a question and said, "Oh, answer this like a CA intermediate student for the exam." That was my simple prompt to AI. Okay, you see the kind of answer I'm getting. The given scenario highlights Gokul's tweets responded changes. Reactive strategy बता रहा है मुझे. We offered discounts in existing range. This was an immediate thing. Then proactive के मेरे को 2 points बता रहा है, right? It's telling me different things here. मैं किया मैंने भी. I've done this as well. It's not just you who are doing it. You all, not just you all. But the problem I have with this is, see here, question 2 कहाँ गया मेरा? Let me just change the view here. Single page करता हूँ. Let me do a single page. You see question number 2 here. I also did this. Dharti organic stuff. Product differentiation, niche market focus, direct to consumer delivery, brand value and premium. मैंने भी किया यहाँ पर. And it's easy and it's good. But my fair question to you guys is, how will you write the answer in examination? वहाँ पे खुद लिखना है. You have to use your pen and write a 5-mark question. कैसे लिखो? Okay, again in chat. Do you think what I'm saying is fair first? I'm not pinpointing anybody. I'm saying even we all use AI today. We have to use AI. It's the future. But for exam, कैसे करोगे solve? Do you agree with me on this? Is that a fair thing that I'm saying first? Yes, right? It's good to use it. पढ़ने के लिए, समझने के लिए बहुत अच्छी चीज. इतना कुछ समझाएगी. It will teach you better than me. I can guarantee you. It will teach a concept better than me. आप जाओगे, आप सर्च करो इस पे जाके कि भाई what is differential marketing, what is marketing. It will teach you so much better than me. However, आप एग्जाम में कैसे लिखोगे दोस्त? It gives you an idea what has to be written. But this assignment is for you to practice. गलत ही नहीं होगी तो कैसे एग्जाम में सॉल्व करोगे? Unless you're wrong. And I knew a lot of us are going to use AI. So I did this exercise. So देखते AI कैसे लिखता है. And these answers are wrong. Let me tell you. आप एग्जाम में ऐसे आंसर लिखोगे. Exam you have to go and explain the concept first. The examiner is not interested in telling you did the company understand the local market? Was it a good strategy? The examiner will ask you a question. They expect, अच्छा आपने proactive, reactive के बारे में बात की. Explain something about proactive, reactive strategy. What's its use? Why it should be used? And then you tell me how this company used it. What your AI will not tell you is कि भाई examiner को तो concept भी समझाना पड़ेगा. The AI answers are not giving you the concept matter. They're just giving you case scenario को तोड़ के बता रहे हैं कि अरे ये हुआ इस case scenario. वो तो हमें भी पता है. So, okay. So it's not something that we are doing wrong. It's just we have to relook at how we want to do things. Okay. We will just have to relook at how we do things. We're not doing anything wrong. It's okay. Now,
Ajit, here I would like to ask a very basic question to all my students. That first of all, students, you please give me an honest confession whether you will be able to understand the question or not. I am not talking all about that you have written from AI or study material or somewhere else. But first of all, you please try to understand that. Please let us know that whether you will be able to understand the question or not. Give your honest confession, please. Please send your honest confession in the chat. You will be able to understand the question or not. Okay, thanks. Nari is saying that he is able to understand. What about Prem? Yes, ma'am, I understand the question. Then underline the initially when the assignment was out, it was no. Okay, okay. Yes, because it is very important to understand the question, first of all. Whenever you understand the question, then you will be able to understand the correlate the concepts that what basically we require to give the answer. But as the chapter progressed, then I understood. Good. So you are going on a right track, Kinare. But the thing is, beta, use the AI as the sir is saying, Arjit sir is saying that please use there is no harm in using the AI, but for knowledge purpose only. Better to write in your own language. Okay, that's good. Right. So my advice to all the students, use AI, there is no harm in it, but for knowledge, not for practice, not for writing anything. At least till the time you are students. Right? Chalo, Arjit, please continue.
Sure, ma'am. Okay, let me do an exercise with you guys. Okay, so we know what expected out of us. We want to write an answer ourselves. There is no AI right now with you. We will spend 5 minutes, read question number 5, and write an answer right now. Okay, take 5 minutes, read this question and write an answer. Take a notebook. You want to write in your laptop, you want to type it, whatever you want to do, that's okay. Use the next 5 minutes and write an answer to this question in your own words. Write. You want to write an answer on the chat here itself, do that and send it there. You want to write it in the notebook, write it, I'll unmute and listen to your answer, but do it right now. Okay? Even if it's wrong, even if you're not able to write, just try. Okay? Question number 5 on your screen. Let's read the question together and then try to answer. In the crowded online grocery delivery market in India, Quick Bite distinguishes itself from major players by focusing on hyperlocal delivery within 2-kilometer radius. Unlike national players with vast warehouses and longer delivery times, Quick Bite partners with local kirana stores and fresh produce vendors in specific neighborhoods. Their key differentiator is offering delivery within 30 minutes, coupled with the ability for customers to order from their trusted local stores through the Quick Bite app. This speed and local connection are highly valued by the customers needing urgent items or preferring familiar local brands. How does Quick Bite's business model demonstrate the concept of competitive advantage? Identify Quick Bite's key differentiator and explain why these differentiators are likely to be valued by a segment of online grocery market in India. Very straightforward question. 5 minutes for you. Write the answer in your words. जो लिख सकते, be it poor English, good English, low vocabulary, good vocabulary. Size is like you can't create a 5 marker. You can only
First of all, try to identify from there this question. मतलब कहाँ से idea आया? From where we get the idea? First of all, try to find out and correlate that in practical scenario, which app is like that.
right. Then you get a story and then you get a concept.
You will be able to understand. मतलब आपको practical touch मिलेगा फिर.
Spend 5 minutes, write it in your own words. You know the format of the answer. We expect an intro, the content, and a conclusion. Once you're done, we'll be happy if you raise your hand and share your answer. That's the best thing if you can do. Otherwise, copy paste it on your chat and I'll be happy to read of what you have written. It's okay to be wrong here. Again, यहाँ पे गलती करना is still okay. Exam में भारी पड़ेगी. So feel free to try an answer. Read what is being asked. How does Quick Bite's business model demonstrate the concept of competitive advantage? Identify the key differentiators and explain why are these being valued by the sector. Intro, content, conclusion. 5-mark question. Take your time and write. Once you're done, ping on the chat or raise your hand. Very straightforward question. Okay, last 1 minute. Let's see what you guys have written. Anybody who wants to share their answer, take a try so that you know what's happening. Okay, we have an answer from Shreya in the chat and Kenari wants to speak. Okay, let's unmute Kenari and then Shreya, I come to your answer in the chat and read it.
So shall I start?
Sure, please, go ahead.
Quick bite is the most relevant example here for the competitive advantage strategy. Competitive advantage refers to the factors that the company approaches to make their product or service better than their rivals. The company had following differentiations in comparison to their rivals: faster logistics, hyper-local market area model, 30-minute delivery promise, partners with local vendors and shops, localized application experience for everyone. Competitive advantages here are customer loyalty, emotional stickiness because of the partners with the local vendors. Speed is the biggest benefit. Lower operational cost because it was just covering the local vendors, and so that's it I could make.
Okay, okay, good try. I'll hold that and maybe then read Shreya's answers as well and then probably come to mine. Okay, a good try. Let's see how probably you would have written the answer. Okay, good. Okay, let me go in the chat and I have an answer from Shreya. Quick Bites key differentiators are delivery 30 minutes coupled with the ability for customer. Instead of having vast warehouses, they have partnered with local kirana stores and vendors. Is this ample for 5 marks? Yeah. ये तो आपने क्वेश्चन की समरी बता दी, तो मुझे भी क्वेश्चन से भी छोटा आंसर है. Anybody else who wants to take a try? It's your classroom, guys. एग्जाम में तो ऐसे ही आएगा. Anybody else who wants to take a try? Chat में or unmute. Okay. Let me share how I would have written. Okay, listen to this. फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट क्वेश्चन क्या पूछ रहे हैं पहले तो वो समझो. ओके, द क्वेश्चन इज सिंपली आस्किंग यू द concept of competitive advantage. How does quick bite business model demonstrate the concept of competitive advantage? So you always start with explaining the concept. Okay, what is competitive advantage? Competitive advantage is anything. Competitive advantage के तीन core याद हैं आपको? You remember the three core things? Wait, let me take you side by side to कहाँ से answer बनता है. I'll teach you entire thing so that you remember this. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll open chapter 1 for you so that you know कहाँ से concept लेना है. Give me 1 second. Let me go and open chapter 1 for you so that you know the question आ कहाँ से रहा है. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Okay, there we go. Competitive advantage. पहले तो मुझे बताइए competitive advantage आपने कौन से चैप्टर में पढ़ा? Tell me this. Where have you read about competitive advantage? The chat is open for you. Where have you read about competitive advantage? Recall and tell me.
Students, here I would like to say something that please, there are many students in the class, but only a few are actively participating. Students, please remember these classes are for you. These classes are for you and about you. Your participation will not only make the session more engaging, but
Correct.
also it will also strengthen your understanding, and which is very crucial for both your exams as well as your career, your future career. So please do not hesitate, get involved, ask questions, share your views, and make the most of this opportunity, because till the time you people will not take participation, the faculty will not participate. आपको इस तरह का होना चाहिए, आपको स्टूडेंट्स को इस तरह का होना चाहिए कि आपके सर और ज्यादा पढ़ के आए, आप उनको होमवर्क दीजिए. इस तरह की क्लासेस होनी चाहिए. Please participate, beta. Otherwise, it is very tough to understand that whether you people are understanding or not. There are so many students, but only very few students are participating. Please participate. Remember that the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. समझ रहे हैं ना? सपने वो नहीं जो हम सोते वक्त देखते हैं, सपने वो हैं जो हमें सोने नहीं दे. आप लोगों ने सबने सपना तो देखा है सीए बनने का, बट प्लीज पार्टिसिपेट, अदरवाइज इट इज वेरी टफ फॉर अ फैकल्टी टू एंगेज द क्लास. आप लोग पार्टिसिपेट करिए. सर आपको कितनी बार रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं, प्लीज पार्टिसिपेट. आप अपनी क्वेरीज भेजिए, आप अपनी आंसर्स दीजिए. बट I think 2-3 students are only actively participating. What about others? जो भी समझ में आता है आप एटलीस्ट पार्टिसिपेट करिए ताकि हमें पता चल सके. We will be able to understand that where is the problem. Have you received any other answer, Archit?
Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet. They are still sleeping.
Yep. Okay, anyway, I'll give you how I would have written the answer though. Sure. Okay. So we always start with explaining the concept first in the question. The question asks for competitive advantage. So we start by explaining what is competitive advantage. Anything that is rare, unique, and valued by the customer, right? The keywords of competitive advantage have to be mentioned. So you start by saying that quick bite delivery has been focusing on developing the competitive advantage. A competitive advantage is anything which is unique and valued by the customers. Now, Quick Bite has identified certain areas which are unique to their business model and they are valued by the customer. Now, then you give the 3 points that you see in the question, right? One, they focused on hyperlocal delivery within 2 kilometer radius. They are unique because unlike national players who have vast warehouses, QuickBite partners with local kiranas. You establish why do you think this is competitive advantage because it is unique. पहले आप unique को explain करोगे example. The two keywords are unique and valued by the customer. Why is it unique? Because unlike national players who have vast warehouses, Quick Bite partners with local kirana stores and fresh produce vendors. Their key differentiator is offering delivery within 30 minutes. They are also unique in relation to their competitor. Point number one, their differentiator is their hyperlocal delivery within 2 kilometers. This is their uniqueness. They are unique because nobody else in the industry currently does that, as the national players today have vast warehouses and longer delivery times. They are further unique in their business model because they offer delivery in 30 minutes, coupled with the ability for customers to order from their trusted local stores. The second key point of competitive advantage is the uniqueness has to be valued by the customer. From the case scenario, it is like we can say it is visible or it is evident that this speed and connection is valued by the customers. The customer segment which is in need of urgent items or prefers familiar local brands. 4 points आ गए. 5 mark question है. Introduction में you have already explained competitive advantage, the two keywords uniqueness and valued by the customer. आपको 8 mark वहीं मिल चुका. You have explained competitive advantage. The examiner knows you know the concept, the keywords. 4 points, you have explained why they have a competitive advantage. 1, they are unique. 2, they are valued by the customer. Established earlier. You have given 4 bullets. The final conclusion has to be from the question itself. Right? Identify key differentiators. You have done that. Explain why are these differentiators likely to be valued by a segment of online grocery market in India. Now, the answer to this question lies in the conclusion. It's asking, giving you a segment. Now, what they're saying is, the conclusion is the differentiation and the competitive advantage that Quick Bite has created through above differentiators is for a specific segment of market which needs urgent items or prefers familiar local brands, and they would value these differentiators because nobody else in the industry is offering the same services. Hence, we can conclude that these unique differentiators and a corresponding value to the customer ensures that Quick Bite has a competitive advantage in fast or grocery delivery industry. 5 mark answer आपका ready. You explain the concept. Question में से ही content निकाला है 4 bullets and you conclude what the question is. You are done for. That is how simple it is to write answers. Only if you know the concept and keywords. आप keyword पकड़ लोगे आपका answer अपने आप निकल जाएगा. I give you a keyword, you pick it up and your answer is it. That is how you write answers. Okay? Does this help? Yes, okay, no, thumbs up, anything else in the chat. Right? Shreya, it helps. Awesome. Very nice. Very happy. Great that it helps. Okay. Now, what I want all of you to do is chapter 1 assignment is available. Chapter 2 assignment is already uploaded, but I'll upload a revised version for you. Okay. I hear your feedback. You feel the questions are a little tough, the English is a little tough. I'll revise chapter 2 assignment for you and next Saturday we will spend good amount of time. We will complete chapter 3 very next weekend. The 2 classes we have, we will spend time to complete chapter 3 and solve so many questions from chapter 1 and 2. Write your answers. Be ready to share. The more people share, the more you learn. The more you try, the more you learn. Solve these questions. Come prepared. And we are there to help. Okay? Don't take this class as that we're pinpointing you or we are saying that we are doing something wrong. We're doing the right thing. It's just that you have to do it the right way. Okay? So spend time with yourselves, practice more. Assignments are available. Read the suggested answers on the website. उसको पढ़ो, आपको और अच्छे answers लिखने. Do that. Read the study material, and we meet next. Any closing thoughts, ma'am, before we close the session today?
No, I just wanted to say to the students that please participate in the classes. Please participate. It will helpful. It will not help only you. Even others are also getting benefit from your doubts. Right? So please participate and brainstorming kariye bachcho. Brainstorming is very, very essential. Don't go for easy things. Do it by yourself. You will definitely succeed. You all are very intelligent. You all are very. आप लोग अपना time spend कर रहे हैं. You all are very good. What needs to be done? Do brainstorming. आप लोगों को सबको सब चीज आती है. आप बस थोड़ा सा you have to increase your think time. थोड़ा उसको pressurize करिए. It will definitely give you. I can say that you will get succeed in your all the endeavors in your life, not only in the exams itself. Right? So thank you very much. आप लोग सभी feedback जरूर भरें. My request to all the students, please fill the feedback form as well as what the sir is saying that please do the assignments, come up with your queries wherever you find that this problem we are finding and this hurdle we are having while writing jot down the answers. Please feel to ask. There is no hesitation. There is no bar. आप कुछ भी पूछिए. Queries को resolve करिए यहाँ पे so that you can succeed in your examinations. Because these classes are only for you. Right? So please, my request to all the students, whatever the faculty is saying, please follow that, as well as give your feedback, and wherever you feel that we can move, we can go with this, not with this, you please let us know. We will definitely come up with solutions. Right? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ajit.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, students.
Thanks, everyone. See you next weekend. Anji, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.